Hey friends, welcome to Hello Goodbye. My name is Kelly Nelson and I wanted to take a minute to introduce myself to you and kind of tell you a little bit about who I am and what my YouTube channel is all about, starting with revealing my secret identity, which only a few people in the world know about me. So if you're curious, stick around. Like I said before, my real name is Kelly Nelson. Now, I'll introduce my alias to you momentarily, but first I want to give you a little bit of background. My alter ego was actually born not long after my son Burke was born. A little about us: my husband and I have been married for almost 15 years now. He's my best buddy, he's my partner in crime / adventure, and he's really the driving force behind why I'm doing this at all. We have a beautiful 5-year-old son named Burke, and he has been both the greatest joy and the greatest challenge of our lives, for sure, literally from day one. Burke was diagnosed with autism when he was 18 months old, and what can I say? Life with him has been an adventure, for sure. He was completely nonverbal until he was about 4 years old, and even now he still has a hard time forming words and lots of other struggles, but we have come such a long way. This past year we adopted an 80-pound Labradoodle named Sawyer, and he was trained to be an autism therapy dog, so when we found him it just felt like a match made in heaven, and he's definitely the better behaved of our two children. Being Burke's mother is for sure my most important and beloved job by far, but I'm also a part-time research scientist. I manage a laboratory that studies the biochemistry and biophysics of retinal degenerative eye diseases like age-related macular degeneration. One of the really unique things about my job is that I have dissected hundreds of human donor eyeballs over the course of my 10-year career, which I guess isn't something that many people can say about their work, but I love my job and I love helping to find a prevention and cure for blinding diseases. So back to the birth of my alias. My son is almost 6 now, but when he was a newborn, he cried pretty much for the first 6 months of his life, no exaggeration. He had terrible reflux. He wouldn't sleep unless he was being held or bounced. This is a picture of my husband taking his turn on the yoga ball that we pretty much lived on for the first several months. I've always either been in school or working, or usually both, so I'm used to being pretty active and busy. So on my maternity leave, my normally very active mind needed something to do with itself while my body was otherwise occupied. So in order to keep from going crazy, I started writing reviews on Amazon for all the baby stuff that I was given for my baby showers and that I registered for. And I did this while I was sitting in a rocking chair with my smartphone. I think it's a really well-known fact that retailers prey on pregnant women, especially first-time parents, because let's face it, we'll buy just about anything we're told we need to have because we're terrified, right? And we don't want to be unprepared. But I came to realize pretty quickly that half the stuff I was told that I absolutely needed to have for our new baby was just taking up space in our already cramped house, and some of it was actually completely useless. So my goal was to go on Amazon and tell all the other first-time moms like me and parents the stuff that really was the must-have stuff, and the stuff that was nice if you could afford it, and the stuff to just avoid altogether. And all I needed for this was my mind and my fingers and my smartphone. So I reviewed literally everything I got that was baby related. And when I finished that stuff, I started to go back and review all the things that I had purchased since becoming an Amazon customer in 2001, I believe. After writing a few reviews, I noticed I had been given a reviewer ranking number, something like reviewer number 1,793,022. And I didn't even know it was a thing up until that point, that reviewer rankings was a thing. And frankly, I didn't really care. Eventually I went back to work and I wrote reviews here and there afterwards, but I really didn't think too much about it. Well, apparently, however, over the years I gained a bit of a following on Amazon and got enough helpful votes to propel me through the reviewer rankings to where I am now, which is number 5 out of all the people who have ever written a review on Amazon, which puts me in the Amazon Reviewer Hall of Fame. And I didn't even know that was a thing at the time, but it turns out it's actually kind of a big deal. Most of you are probably like me in that you don't buy anything anymore without reading reviews online or in a store. I'll be standing in a store aisle sometimes and checking reviews online before I put something in my cart to make sure it's right for me. So reviewers can really make or break businesses and really help people get connected with products and services that are right for them. So I get literally dozens of emails every single day from business owners requesting feedback on their products, from customers who are trying to spend their money wisely and want to be well informed before they make purchases. And when things started to get crazy after I rose to about the top 10,000, for privacy and security reasons, I decided to adopt an alias and review under an assumed name. Even my husband had no idea about any of this until about the last year, and he didn't know what my alias was until about 6 months ago. And with the start of the new year, he just has really encouraged me to open up a little bit about this kind of secret life of mine and share my experiences with more of an audience than just my Amazon followers. So, without further ado, I'd like to introduce my alter ego to you. Her name is Kate Mahoney. Yep, that's me in my little clean room suit. Hi, nice to meet you. And the only difference between she and I is the name, really. All of the reviews I have written as Kate are 100% authentic Kelly. The genesis of the name is actually, it's kind of a funny story. I was looking through my media collection, my favorite TV and movies, and I decided to pick an actor and actress name at random and combine the two. So the first two that I happened to see were the movie The Holiday, starring Kate Winslet, who I love, and my favorite show of all time, which is Frasier, starring John Mahoney, may he rest in peace. And so I took Kate and I took Mahoney and combined the two, and there you have it. For obvious ethical and legal reasons, I'm not allowed to be sponsored or compensated in any way for writing Amazon reviews. And my only motivation for writing reviews all along was to help other average working people the way other reviewers have helped me over the years. As well as to show support and gratitude to business owners who work really hard to provide a great product and good customer service, and help them get the word out. I never in a million years expected or intended to be in this position, but now that I'm here, I'm trying to use my voice to make the most of it. My hope in starting this channel is to give my Amazon followers a look at the real me in my living room. And to connect with a wider audience than just that of Amazon. Speaking of the real me, when I'm not working or being a mom or homemaker, I really love to travel and have new adventures. Besides reviewing on Amazon, I'm also a level 6 top contributor on TripAdvisor, and I have a pretty big following on that site as well. People who know me know that I much prefer experiences to things. So for gift-giving holidays, my husband always tries to get me an experience rather than a thing. I don't have a lot of shoes or jewelry or handbags, but I've had a lot of pretty cool experiences. Some of my greatest joys in life are challenging myself to learn and try new things and get to know people from different places and cultures. I really love music and singing, especially ensemble singing. I have been a choir nerd for pretty much my whole life, and I don't think that's ever going to change at this point. What else? I'm an Audible junkie. I love to ski and do pretty much anything outdoors. Oh, and I'm a huge nerd. I built my own computer for the first time about 8 years ago and got hooked on all things electronics and gadgets. So that's really me in a nutshell. As for the kind of content you can expect to see on my channel, I'll be doing product reviews of all kinds, head-to-head brand comparisons, how-to and DIY videos, I'll be talking about autism and parenting, giving my top secrets and tips on where and how to travel on a budget, as well as sharing my very favorite must-haves of all the thousands of products and services and apps and websites and experiences and recipes and businesses that I have tried over the years in hopes that I can reach and help other everyday people. I really look forward to connecting with all of you new friends out there in internet land, and I hope you'll join me on this scary new journey. Please like, comment, subscribe, and by all means, leave me suggestions for future videos. Thanks for watching, you guys. I hope to see you soon. Bye.